This is the story of a legendary wandering lion. After he and his brother were expelled from the native pride, successfully formed a new pride. But after one night, his brother disappeared. To find his brother, he left his pride, been wandering on the grassland until the end of life. Year 2011, a male lion was born in the land of the Masai Mara. He grew up among thieving lions, living in the shadow of a mighty lion. In a world ruled by predators, he lives with his mother. But what makes him different? Not where he was born, not his blood. What makes him different? It's the magic that life brings to him and his belief that he always stands tall. Jesse was born with a brother, Frank. Their bond is not just kinship. They were born with the same blood, nurtured by the same teacher group, learn how to survive side by side. They took the first step together, toddler in the same shade, grow up with the same breath. They all know a fact: lions can't stay in rocks forever. Nature has a simple rule. When males grow up, they are expelled from the corpse. By the time Jesse and Frank were 3 years old, they feel it in their bones. The brothers were expelled by the Kili lions. No territory, no spouse, no cubs to guard. Only hunger, danger, and unknown road ahead. Most male lions die at this stage, or starve to death, or be killed by a competitor. But Jesse and Frank never gave up. They trek for weeks, day and night, studying odor markers, test territorial boundaries, looking for a chance to survive. In 2014, the opportunity came in the fading Afbit Stone group, ruling an old line of lions. Their term marks are fading. Loose patrol. It's extremely sad that this matter has neglected the protection group. Jesse and Frank identify weaknesses and challenge. They face the fight, start a dusty game with Teacher Wang. Blood-splattered fight. It's a game worth taking all the risks. Risky battle, because it means survival, and they won. The old Lion King either runs away. The lions are theirs now. Jesse was only 3 years old. The lionesses accepted them. The heart is born again. Jesse is no longer a survivor, but a leader. A young and strong king. Frank is still by his side. In 2016, Jesse ruled the Afbit lions. Like all ruling lions, he is responsible for guarding, also need to perform survival. In a rare sighting, Jesse expels a duck's adult son from the pride. In the wild, this is a necessary distance. Young male lions must leave as adults, because they will be against lions or new cubs, pose a threat. But after the divorce, Jesse is back with his baby. At this point, he is no longer a law enforcement officer, but a gentle and protective father. Steppe Attack knows when to continue ferocious, when to be gentle. But at the peak of the Masai Mara from the south, one morning in 2016, everything has changed. One morning, Frank suddenly disappeared. No sign of a fight, no trace. Without a trace, Jesse searched for hours. For days he fell silent. He left with his back to the corpse. Some people think that he is powerless to guard alone, lost and left. But long-term observers say, Jesse is looking for Frank. This is not speculation. Jesse never opened up new territory. Stay with any lioness for a long time. He travels through different regions every day, take different risks. This is not the lion's pursuit of domination. This is a lion looking for a loved one. Over the next 6 years, Jesse never stopped looking. During that time, Jesse has joined any pride, never formed a new alliance. He hunts alone, fighting alone every morning. He roared alone. One morning, Masai Mara is peaceful, but the lion in Logar is resting at this time. A rough roar broke the silence. This voice is deep, fearless. The return of Jesse the Wandering King. Range and Logar surprise. They know the roar. For a moment, the calm dawn turned into a wild chase. But Jesse didn't run away blindly, but playing tactics. Jesse diverts opponents first, then helped the enemy. He crawled through the bushes, disappeared from sight. As Jesse's opponent panted and searched for Jesse, Jesse returned with a detour. Take advantage of perseverance to disperse. Jesse sneaks into the center of the pride. Jesse is there obsessed with a lioness. The lioness didn't run away. He recognized Jesse privately. The delivery happened. It's not luck, but strategy. Jesse beats his opponent, although he is old, but his mind is still sharp, still deadly. This is Jesse. Why is it not only called the Wandering King? Some also call him the Plains Playboy. He will lure the enemy away, captivate their lionesses, then disappear without a trace. This is Jesse. Jesse never aligns. He chose to be alone because he's one of the few that doesn't need a pride, one of the lions that can survive. Around the same time, Jesse was seen near to by lion territory, accompanied by the female stone. He didn't conquer the lions, didn't rule the pride for long, but he has a way to get this division to leave his lion, or by threats, or charm, or absolute power. These are not significant others, only a short alliance. West mates with them during these brief times. After a few days, leave as usual. In Jesse's solo walk, Jesse reappears near top lion territory. Observers noted his cautious but firm demeanor. He knows that stepping into the young lion alone risks of domination areas, but Jesse has another purpose, where he came into contact with a magnet. It's a quiet but remarkable moment. Magnet to avoid Jesse. This closeness upsets the balance of the pride. Some think they mated. Others think it's just a brief encounter. Show that the presence of spies is still in power, but the closeness ended in tragedy. Shortly after the report appeared, Jesse was reported to have killed the lioness. The reason is unclear. Maybe the lioness refused Jesse's mating request. Maybe Jesse is swearing his dominion. Or maybe it's a conflicting plan within the group. But what is certain is, a lioness of the top pride, taking his last breath under Jesse's claws. The incident heightened tensions in the region. Soon after, Jesse goes head-to-head with the guardians of the Topper Division. This is a young, strong male lion. His name is Doa. At that time, Fuji was the only master of the ambition. His brother Xiaoka, Zhangguo, Kabugio, and Kijak are often away from home, go deep into other territories. This leaves Doa vulnerable, not only as a lonely guardian, also a potential replacement target. Some people think Jesse and Doa may form temporary alliance. Two lonely male lions each have their own experiences, may be willing to share territory, consolidate their position together. They were seen walking side by side, keep a cautious distance, as if testing, but the relationship didn't last. Eventually, their relationship became strained. Jesse had tried to invite Doa to share food, but was rejected. This moment is the turning point. A quiet stalking begins. A sudden conflict ensued. Dusty shocked the earth. Although he is old, Jesse's will to fight remains undiminished. Doa is agile, but Jesse is experienced. After the battle, Jesse disappeared. Not too many Audie's face, but poured into everything. Deep swamp marks around the eyelids, permanent scars on the face. Jesse didn't drink the territory that day, but he left his mark. Let Doman mark the rest of his life. In 2021, Jesse is still challenging his honeymoon. He was seen gathering 3 Black Rock lions, less than 1 kilometer. Olomina, Rockalup. A lobo, they didn't notice him. But Jesse seems to feel something. He paused, then leave in the other direction. Not out of fear, but calculation. A moment later, he's chasing another male lion and a lioness. The young male runs away immediately. Jesse almost ran into the lioness. He hesitated, but in the end it slipped away. Jesse watched him disappear, then lie quietly in the tall grass. Even at the age of 10, Jesse didn't just survive. He's still acting boldly, still earning respect in the hearts of the Masai Mara. In Tahundra, the Masai Mara witnessed an unexpected showdown. Observers found Jesse in the Black Rock area, facing one of the strongest young male lions of the time, Olomina. This is no ordinary border conflict, because Jesse is 11 years old. For wild lions, this is extraordinary. Most lions don't live to be 8 to 10 years old. Their alliance will collapse, overthrown by young opponents, but Jesse is still standing. That day, Jesse chose to fight again. Olomina is young and muscular. He didn't expect a challenge. When he saw Jesse wandering around his territory, he mistook it for another old Mise wanderer. But Jesse is not weak, just getting older. This time, Jesse took the initiative. Olomina is lying down and resting, although not caught off guard, but also unexpected. Jesse approached and attacked. Olomina, shocked but quickly fought back. The fight lasted a few minutes. Both lions were injured, but they are tied. Olomina's youth, with Jesse's old-fashioned experience. It's a challenge, also a manifesto. In the end, Jesse backed down, but he's not like a defeated lion. He retreated with his head held high, uninterrupted eye contact. The Masai Mara witnesses again. Jesse is old, but still a warrior, still the wandering king. Later childhood, Jesse meets one of his sons, Jesse too. They recognized each other, a father and son. After meeting at the center of the Masai Mara, They walk side by side, hunt together. Observers think, will this be a father-son alliance? However, this is not the case. Jesse's second division left soon after. A few months later, he was killed. Jesse saw him one last time, alone again. Homeless life is not Jesse's choice, but his destiny. For a lone lion, almost crazy standing in front of a pack of hounds. But for Jesse, it's just an ordinary day. 20 hounds against a lion. He didn't back down. He roared forward, took the prey from the hound. Why is Jesse so brave? Because he's not just a lion. It's a meaningless pronoun. Wandering life is by no means a lifetime for lions. A lion's power comes from his pride, his magnet. Hurry up with cubs, but Jesse has nothing. Loneliness means daily struggle on the edge of life and death. Fight for every water source, chasing every prey alone. Pray every night to survive. But Jesse never gave in. He's full of scars. His ear was torn, shoulder and neck depression. His teeth are worn, but he still stands. He fought the hound, confrontation with other Jiangshi, and survived to this day. The observer has no emotion. We don't know how he survived until now. Sometimes he runs away, sometimes he fights, but he never bowed his head, never surrender. He has dignity and obsession, Frank. Every morning roar. Maybe this is a warning, or maybe he's still calling. His brother in the distance. Years go by. Masai Mara has changed. The new Lion King rises, formed new territories, but Jesse is still wandering. Jesse was found again in early 2023. He tried to get close to a group of people. These lionesses may have come from jealous lions. But this time things are not like Jay West as expected. Jesse is good, but they quickly refused. When Jesse lifts his paw like one of them, the whole group of lionesses besieged in an instant. Jesse had no significant other day, only warned that you are not welcome here. Although he looks strong, but Jesse has given his life for a living. He is 12 years old, has far exceeded the lifespan of most wild male lions. The days of falling in love with him are long gone. Loneliness is no longer his choice, but age and time forced him to be. Young alliances now rule these regions. Prefer to be younger and stronger at this time, more dominant males. But Jesse is still walking quietly in the wild. Maybe, Jesse is still looking for his brother's habitat. Time catches up with Jesse. After that brief encounter, Jesse move on. That same year, Jesse returned to where it all started, Masai Mara Northern Reserve. He was 12 years old age for stray lions. He's old but not broken. The same fire still burns in his eyes, slow but firm. But there's a reason. In the wild, when death comes, older males often instinctively return back to their birthplace. Maybe Jesse sensed the end of his life. Maybe he wanted to follow Frank one last time. But the homeland no longer belongs to him. 3 young and strong Ngoinai Union lions. now rule the area. Jesse saw them. They are faster, more forced to update resurrection power. But Jesse backed down. Fighting broke out. Dust rises. Roar echoes in the bushes. Jesse alone against 3 young male lions. Jesse fought the final battle. He has no fear, without hesitation, but his body can't support it anymore. His claws slipped. His teeth are also weak. He fell. He used his last strength to get himself out of the shade, collapsed to the ground. Sunrise Cyclone stationary. For a moment, the whole Masai Mara seemed to hold its breath. Lone warrior lost. No one was with Jesse when he died, but everyone feels something is missing from this land. Jesse's daughters today, still living in the offbit pride, continues his bloodline. Brother found in Jesse, but his every step are approaching his brother. Jesse's 6-year lonely journey is still told. Maybe Jesse may have never ruled a kingdom, but he's a legend, is a loving brother, wandering king. He doesn't belong anywhere, but everyone knows its name. Jesse the Wandering Lion King, unyielding to death.